ask him. I'm about to upload some videos. Gang stalker right in front of the police. My blinker's on. Who's setting up the gang stalker? Oh, no, it's... Sorry, I just want to report a crime.
Okay, you call 911?
I can't report it to you. I have trouble. Are you here for some reason? Are you working now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, what do you do here?
Still traffic stop. What's going on?
I just get mistreated a lot, and I don't know how to report it because all the local avenues that I take, I'm in a domestic violence crisis, and I've been blacklisted years. And the multitude of locations deprive me of services. And conspiracy, isn't that a crime?
Give me 1 second.
Conspiracy to violate civil rights?
Let me pull back and then...
Okay, thank you. There's another police right there. Hunted. They are doing a stakeout out of corruption. It's sick. In the book that I was reading about stalking, the perpetrators make the victim feel like there's a stakeout. That's how they do it. But when you're, enlisting the government, can you imagine the terror that individual would go through? In the book I was reading, stalkers make that victim feel like they're being staked out. And that's exactly how I feel, but it's more extreme that the government is a part of it. Did you just catch your body cam off or on? I saw you mess with it.
Sorry?
Did you just... If there's no light on it. Oh, okay, I see it.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's good.
Okay. L. Valdez, 11330.
Yes, ma'am. What's going on?
Let me step back. I like comfort spaces. Okay, so is conspiracy to violate civil rights a crime?
I don't know what you're trying to ask me. You said you had some...
Yeah, can you see? Yeah, can you check and see if it's a crime so we can know if I need to report it?
Okay, what's going on with you?
I wanted to know if conspiracy to violate, you don't want me to know?
What's happening with you?
Conspiracy to violate civil rights, I'd like to know if that was a crime. Can you check it out? I may Google it or something?
Did somebody assault you?
I just want to check and see if conspiracy to violate civil rights is a crime.
Okay, you can look that up online.
You don't want to know because how can
I? Top of my head.
Well, can you look it up that way I can report it? Because that's what I have to report.
Did somebody assault you?
That's the only thing you can report to the police now?
No.
The only thing you can report now is just assaults? You can't report any other crimes? You can't report domestic violence or anything else? You don't want me to report any crimes?
What's your name, ma'am?
It's Kiana. Are you trying to help me or are you trying to set me up?
No, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, and your badge number's 11330 L. Valdez?
Yeah, what's your last name?
You need that to help me escape domestic abuse?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you bullying me? Stalking's a crime. Are you sure you were here doing traffic stops?
Yeah.
Okay, because if I'm asking you for help and I'm trying...
an ambulance or anything?
Are you denying me law enforcement right now?
No, do you need an ambulance? Are you hurt? Are you injured?
Is that the only thing that you can report, being hurt and injured, to law enforcement now?
No.
That's the only crimes that you can report now?
Anything that you need me for?
I'm reporting a crime right now and you're tampering with evidence?
Crime.
Okay, so can you see, because I have went to multiple different locations.
Okay.
And they're all depriving me of services at every avenue I have to escape a domestic violence crisis. And they're threatening the police at every last avenue.
Well, let me try to help you out. What domestic violence crisis are you under?
Well, I have a lot of stalking that I have camera footage that I showed to Box Springs Police in Grand Prairie of me being stalked. I have a whole YouTube channel that I compile with evidence.
Okay.
I'd like to give you that evidence.
Where are you being stalked?
You can see it on the YouTube channel that you can see all of it personally, the stalking.
I don't have YouTube.
Well, I'm reporting it so you can send it to an investigator so he can check it out. Tampering with evidence is a felony.
Have you reported this already?
No, I haven't had any investigation. I'd like to report the YouTube channel and then get a detective assigned so they can investigate all these conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes that have been unaddressed for years. And the evidence of stalking and my son getting hit with a car shows that there was a lot of stalking and, also me being hit. And then the adjuster also stated that this man made false statements that hit me.
That you're being stalked?
I'm reporting it now with you. I'm reporting it now with you right now. You pulled over to assist. I'm reporting it now with you right now so you can send it over to an investigator to investigate it. You pulled over, you backed up to assist right now.
So let me get this straight. did not report that your son
I'm
got
trying
hit
to.
with
Did
a
I flag
car.
you down, sir? You just said you were going to help me. Are you depriving me of help? Okay, well, I like that help.
Would you like help? Then help me help you.
Okay.
Did you report?
Is
when
it
your
a
son
crime
got
to
hit
target
by a
someone
car?
out of corruption and terrorize them and then intimidate them and abuse your power? Can you check and see if there's voyeurism crimes going on? Because there was some in Itasca.
Ma'am, whenever you're ready for me to help you, let me know.
I'm telling you right now, and you're slandering me.
Right now,
Can
are
you
you
check and
doing-
see if there's voyeurism crimes? Because some kind of way there's a multitude of people that premeditate my exit. And if someone is abusing power to use voyeurism crimes to terrorize me and try to intimidate me and enforce abuse like they've been doing years, which is a crime,
Okay. Are you going to report this, or are you just...
I'm reporting it now. Are
Okay,
you going to
you're
allow
not.
me?
I'm trying to ask you a bunch of questions, and you're not.
I don't know why I get gaslit, sir. A woman, let me tell you, a woman fleeing a dangerous domestic violence issue don't need to be bullied and, have psychological abuse reporting it at every avenue she takes, including church. It's torture and abusive and happens to be a crime.
If you want to report it, you got to cooperate with it.
Okay, well, slandering me, keep enforcing abuse. Okay, so how do we fix it if every avenue that they're committing conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes that have been unaddressed for years? Every last avenue, all of them.
Okay, what happened to you?
I've informed you of that. Are you trying to taunt me and
You have not
play games?
informed me of anything.
Okay, I told you that I'm in a domestic violence situation that involved a hit and run.
What is the domestic violence situation?
Okay, it's stalking, and it involved a hit and run of my child,
Okay.
which is 15. Then I was,
Stalking
his name is Jason Gardner, Vivid Images, Baton Rouge.
you. Jason Gardner?
Yes.
Okay, listen to you.
So I don't exactly know. I assumed that it was someone I met online. It's just someone that I believe is stalking me.
And then how do you know that he's stalking?
Well, because when I ended the online relationship and the way he liked to communicate,
Right.
there was multiple parties conspiring together, slandering me to sabotage my rights as a parent,
Okay.
and then also slandered me to where I got a false arrest. I had a window busted out. My car window was busted out. Someone eventually did something to my car. I had a break-in. I had a lot of prank calls.
Okay.
Then I went to a domestic violence organization. They acted weird in Waco and deprived me of real assistance. They sabotaged help.
Okay.
They did weird
What
searches
was
in the room.
What was the last contact that this person had with you?
It happens every day. What he does is he enlists parties to stalk. I get gang stalked. And I'm trying to give you the evidence now that way you have evidence, and tamper with evidence is a felony. So I'm trying to give you the evidence so you have evidence that I am being stalked. That way you can look at it and absorb that evidence. And if you don't, that is actually a crime. So you're doing this random traffic stop over here right next to where I live. And I'd like to give you this information because I felt my life was in jeopardy a long time and I haven't been heard.
Okay. What evidence are you trying
I'm
to get?
telling you that on the YouTube channel.
I do not have YouTube.
That's why you need to have an investigator look at it.
Okay.
Because tamper with evidence is a crime. You don't have a right to say.
Well,
that,
this is what we're gonna do. Let me get your name. I'm gonna get the person who's stalking you. Okay.
you want to get what?
I'm gonna get the person who's stalking you, their name. I'm gonna do a report, and then I'm gonna forward it to a detective, and then they can talk to you. Whatever evidence that you have, you can show them.
Okay, well, it's Kiana Clark Piece on YouTube.
Okay.
And then you can see a
I'll
multitude.
Get that in a second.
Okay,
got
there
your
you can
ID
see.
on you?
I'm sorry?
You got your ID on you?
Yes, and you can see a multitude of people
Okay.
that are depriving me of my right to services and threatening the police
All right,
to
well,
enforce it.
Let's start working with your ID first.
Okay, just one moment. Well, I am doing the report now, and it's hard to do the report if I can't report it. So a multitude, every avenue, all of them, threaten the police to keep me in abuse for years.
Okay, I'm trying
Or
to get
security.
the report for you.
Okay, thank you, but I'm trying to give you what I'm reporting.
That's fine.
Okay, just one moment. Let me get that for you.
Yeah.
Well, what he does is
You have your YouTube channel? I can see from your iPad. That's okay.
you can check. I can give you my phone, and you can check out my YouTube channel. This doesn't work until I connect with the Wi-Fi. I can't get my hotspot. My provider enforces that I don't get
just
coverage.
tell me it's better if you tell me.
You just want to look at it. I don't know why you just want to see it with my tablet. I like to show you with my YouTube channel.
It's fine. You can tell me.
You don't want to see it now? You just want to see it on my tablet
I
alone?
need to hear it from you and my phone.
Okay, not the evidence on my YouTube channel. Well, I could use the hotspot, but my provider enforces that I don't get hotspot I'm supposed to get, and I can't get law enforcement to see why a multitude of people deprive me of services.
Okay. Well, just what happened?
Okay, so some kind of way, I have a cell phone provider that enforces issues on their network, which is a felony. Isn't it a felony to hack a phone network?
No, man. What happened with?
This is part of my abuse.
What happened?
I'm all of this is a part of my abuse. I'm trying to get in, because okay. So here's the thing: interrupting 911 calls in emergency situations, like in domestic violence, is a crime.
Right.
Okay. So what this individual has done, his abuse of power is so extreme. He's actually hacked a whole network
Yeah.
to deprive me of escaping his abuse, which is extreme.
Okay.
And other abusers hang up the phone and other avenues to interrupt someone escaping their abuse. Forget that. He has hacked the whole network and committed crimes on that company's network. Okay, so now he entices my providers, which has to be highly criminal, to deprive me of services that I get, that I pay for. So instead of him interrupting 911 calls and any avenue to escape his abuse, he's hacked a whole phone network and enlisted the providers to enforce his crimes. So that's one. So then I get stalked by a multitude of people, a gang full of people, and I haven't been heard a long time, so I developed this YouTube channel. So a multitude of people can witness the torture that I had to endure for years. There's interference of child custody crimes that I've reported to South Central Patrol. I tried to flee initially at the beginning at a domestic violence organization. I lied about because I was honest. So I lied about everything that you could lie about, took off my wig, changed clothes and everything. Then there was a police helicopter shining the light on that area that I was trying to flee from, escaping this man, and a lot of torture that I've been under. So the police helicopter was outside looking for me because I lied. So the people in the location stated, because I changed clothes, took the wig off, and then they said that they're looking for this person. They're passing out money left and right. I lied about everything. The person they described was me. This was at Salvation Army in 2018. Okay, so since I lied and they didn't have cameras in that location, they did a search. Police did a search for me. Helicopters, lights out in that avenue. So the amount of terror that I was in trying to flee a domestic violence situation, and there was police helicopters in the area looking for someone when I was deliberately trying to flee a situation that I felt my life was in jeopardy and I could not get law enforcement, period.
And let me get this straight so I could get a better understanding. You said you had contact with him online. That's how you guys communicated?
Right.
Okay. So did you guys ever meet up in person?
We did. I met him in October. He had a networking event.
October of last year?
October 2018.
2018?
Yes, and then I had a networking, then he had a networking event that he wanted me to come to. He communicated on fake pages, which I showed to Hillsborough Police, Itasca Police, but they cover for it. He would contact me on numerous fake pages, which I thought was odd.
Yeah.
And then whoever I was contacting admitted to voyeurism crimes, and they also communicated with me on chats on YouTube. So I did not know, this great-looking, wealthy guy. I didn't understand why he had such a weird way of communicating, but I tolerated it. I thought it was just like a fetish or something odd. So, naive. So anyway, to make a long story short, I went to the one in October. Weird things happened at the one in both October and November. And I told him flat out I couldn't go to the one in December. It was Christmas. Something happened mysteriously to my car. All kinds of chaos was going on. Then my lights got cut off. Yeah, my lights got cut off in an event, something weird. I told him that I couldn't come, that I was deliberately going to pay my bills later on so I can give my children a Christmas. I told him that.
Right.
So my lights got mysteriously cut off early. They demanded payment even though they cut them off early, which was odd. You make the mistake and cut my lights off and then you demanded payment. The same month my gas was cut off. So I was in a cold environment, shivering, because all of these technical issues when I said that I could not come to the event in December. So a lot of chaos transpired, slander, torture campaigns, stolen child support payments, a lot of chaos. I was trying to flee this toxic community. A multitude of people conspiring, lying, slandering me all over the place. Walking into my home, voyeurism, that all the crimes police would not investigate any of it and seemed to be covering for it. So I went to a domestic violence location to try to flee because I could not get law enforcement to help me with anything. They wouldn't look for the cameras. They were abusive, lied, and enticed people to slander and cover up for crimes. So anyway, trying to get out this toxic environment, I went to a domestic violence place in Waco. Their behavior was odd. They deprived me of help.
What year was this in Waco?
2018. I'm just giving you an avenue. I'm just giving you the whole story.
Trying to keep up.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So in 2018, I go back home. There were some things that happened at the shelter that made me leave. So I went back home. There was multiple CP, James Hastings, school workers, and a whole other people were lying and trying to set me up. Someone was trying to keep me in that community to the degree of stealing paid child support payments, which Attorney General or the police department or no one else will investigate.
Yeah.
So someone had enough power to keep me in this toxic community to just rob me of paid child support payments, which is embezzlement. Paid child support payments that you in every avenue.
What do you think is doing that?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty odd, but I don't understand why multiple locations would threaten the police to enforce that the stolen child support payments were uninvestigated. So the other party stated multiple times in different issues where these payments came up missing. So I think that if someone can steal child support payments, Social Security, and that is not mentally stable, that's a stalker running the government, I think that's a threat to national security, like I said before COVID. So I have compiled a lot of evidence on the YouTube channel, and not a lot is done. So the slander is so extreme, my job hung up in customers' faces, and then deprived me of technical support for issues, creating financial distress because I could not work in their schemes. Then eventually they terminated me in this scheme. They called me on my day off when I was trying to report my abuser at locations, trying to force me to work on my day off in schemes, tried to force me to work on my break time in schemes.
Where were you working?
It's on the YouTube channel. You can see their mysterious behavior. I tried to do a complaint on the staff misconduct, a multitude of parties conspiring with harassment and other crimes, embezzlement from my job too, several issues with payroll checks. I still have one now, and no one will call me back to address those. I've reached out to the same supervisor that was covering up for crimes, and she hasn't responded.
Okay, so back to Gardner. When was the last time he contacted you or tried?
I don't know. I'm not being heard.
2018 or?
Well, he contacted me on fake pages, so I'm not being heard. If he's using voyeurism, as he was in Itasca, some kind of way these people premeditate my entrance at these locations. If he's breaking into my GPS like I've already reported, that was not investigated. If he's using other people to stalk, that's still stalking. It doesn't have to necessarily be him. I saw him stalking me in Itasca personally. Police covered for it.
When was that? 2018?
I'm not quite sure. I think it was 2017. It was 2017. So stalking, it doesn't have to be that perpetrator. He can enlist other stalkers and flying monkeys.
Yeah.
So do you have any resolutions of what I need to do? Because a conspiracy.
Just block him on everything that you can.
Are you denying me law enforcement today? We spent 18 minutes talking.
Yeah, I'm not denying you anything.
Okay, so blocking him, if someone is having people stalk me, blocking him on those avenues is not going to solve the issue.
Who's he having stalk you?
A lot of people. Maybe the police department.
Well,
I have the YouTube channel. Check it out. Kiana Clark Peace, KEYANA CLARK Peace on YouTube. Then you can see I get gang stalked.
Okay.
And I don't know why you're not concerned about stolen child support payments.
Let me write down your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not concerned about stolen child support payments. That's pretty extreme for a man to keep you in a toxic community by stealing paid child support payments, and a multitude of conspirators cover for it. And then whoever I was talking to on my phone, which is evidence of scammers, lied and said they didn't get it. And then some kind of way my phone provider enforces that I continue to talk to these scammers that have already defrauded me out of money and deny every kind of assistance to escape this abuse that you can deny for years.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's KEY. So another thing that I'm concerned about when you're in a domestic.
ARK what?
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah, I got your first and last name.
Because I thought I already went over it several times, but I can go over it again. So another thing that I'm concerned about is the conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes that have been unaddressed before COVID. So I go to a multitude of locations daily, and I have even been deprived to the extreme that I've even been deprived of the right to purchase food and water, homeless, terrified for my life on the street, and hotel stays. So if someone has enough power to go under the radar and violate someone's civil rights, that have even their right to appear at multiple different court dates, I think that's a bit extreme. And I've captured a lot of this on the channel so you can look at it, and I just don't seem to understand why I can't get a support system, period, even at church. I just had OCBF staff security lie on me.
Would you like me to call somebody that can give you some resources for
Who is that?
systems?
Who is that?
The Right Care Unit.
The Right Care?
Yeah.
What do they help
Who
with?
they are?
What do they help with? I thought they were for mental health. They can help with stolen child support payments.
I don't know if they can help with that. Probably not.
Who can help
But
with
you were
stolen?
asking for a resource,
Who can help with the stolen child support payments?
I'm sorry.
Who can help with attorneys general and the government being so corrupt they still pay child support payments and for profit?
I'm sorry. The who?
Who can help with the government being so corrupt where they still pay child support payments for profit?
Who can help?
Yeah, who helps?
I
Okay.
just don't know your.
Okay,
I'm
so
not understanding
who do you
your question.
report thefts to?
I'm sorry.
Who do you report thefts to?
Us.
Okay, so I'm reporting a theft of paid child support payments from the Attorney General.
Okay. You're not getting paid for your child support?
I went over it multiple times, so you're not understanding. You have this on body cam?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's something I'll upload it on my YouTube channel. What I'm communicating is that someone has enough power to abuse to where they stole paid child support payments.
Okay. And have you checked with them to see if there was an error? in
They
the
keep
system
covering
or
for it. I'm
anything?
reporting the crime to the police. Are you covering for it?
No. Why?
Okay, so I'm reporting the crime to you in some kind of way. I haven't had an investigation for years.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay. Are you giving me the report number, or are you going to tamper with evidence and send out right here? Because it's too incriminating. I can't trust the police, though. Hold on 1 second. This is 22-20004.
That is correct.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand. So I told you that stolen child support payments and you don't want to investigate it? Paid child support payments? Isn't that a crime? You forgot that you were doing a traffic watch. You forgot you were doing traffic watch? Stalking's a crime? So I don't know if you witnessed the police coming from another location. They came from the apartment complex, and then there was another one right there. There are multiple police in this environment patrolling, and what they're doing is they're enlisting people to be a part of their torture campaign. Businesses, local businesses, that's what they're doing. So they're abusing power, enticing all these people in my atmosphere, location, in this area to conspire with their crimes. How do I know that? One party that was blocking my path, when this first started, I said, you're going to go to jail for doing that. That's harassment. He said, that police told me to do this. I said, that's the ones that are setting it up. He's going to go to jail too. That's what I told the individual. He flat out told me that the police told him to do it. So now when they enlist these conspirators in their crimes, they inform them, don't incriminate me. You take responsibility for my crimes. I'm the police. And they do.